Congratulations to both teams.
Yeah, for sure. This is the reason why I cast as many games as I do, just because we get to see awesome stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get this started. And you're not going to believe this. Jayro here, playing for Team All Inspiration, signed up as random, and wouldn't you know it, he rolled a Zerg. The red Zerg for Allin.
He didn't actually roll it, though. It was predetermined at the beginning of the game.
Oh, it was? Okay, you know what?
It was predetermined. He probably signed up as random and did a last-ditch effort. He may have cleared it with his opponent first,
right.
but I did notice that it was going to be a ZVP. And we'll go ahead and introduce these players because, and we'll explain the little history behind that comment from G-Dog Casey in just a second. But spawning in what looks to be the 5 o'clock position, sort of like the 4:30 position, we have All Inspirations random player. It is Allin Jayro.
And in the 9 o'clock position of Catalina, spawning for Team Composite, the yellow Protoss player, PawN. So a ZVP. We haven't seen this yet this week.
That's true. Not a whole lot of ZVPs actually in the matchups that we've casted recently. But so here's the deal: Jayro, he's known for being random. Has very good, I guess, what would be good success in the high gold, lower plat for all 3 matchups, or all 9 matchups, I guess.
Yeah.
Very solid player, well-rounded. In the All Inspiration 4, going up against, I think it was Einherjar? Yeah, it was I think it was Einherjar. I don't know. It was against a couple different Zergs. He had 5 matches. All of them, he rolled Zerg. Every single matchup, he rolled Zerg. So it was like ZVZ, ZVT. It was basically just whatever. And we were basically just making fun of him the entire time. Like, oh, looks like, it's going to be Zerg again. He's like, there's no way it can be Zerg. And that started at like match 3. So when it went on to match 4 and match 5, it absolutely just became ridiculous at that point.
And the thing is, it stretched beyond the All-In 4 as well. Because in the All-In, it wasn't the All-In 5. I think there was another sort of just in-house tournament we were running where Jayro was going random, and he got Zerg 2 more times in a row after that as well.
Oh my god. This game just wants him.
Do you see these 3 probes over here down at the bottom of the mineral line for PawN?
Yeah, they are derped out probes.
They've been there they go.
There they go.
They've been like that since pretty much the beginning of the game. That's at a crucial time where that could be really harmful to your income that early.
Here's the thing, guys. If you're going to go ahead and spam at the beginning of the game and you're going to be microing around that rally point across the mineral line, you better be damn sure that you're actually rallying to a mineral patch, because shenanigans like that may cost you the game. That early economy, it may not make a difference in the first 3 minutes, but it's going to make a little bit of difference later.
Yep, so we got Zergling speed coming in for Jayro, and he's keeping drones and gas as well.
I like this, and he's doing a little bit of scouting with these lings. Not, he's got 4 lings out simply for scouting, not aggression. He's looking for proxies. He's looking for he found the probe, and that probe's going to outrun that Zergling for now until speed's done. But he's looking around. He's kind of suspicious. He's like, I don't know exactly what this guy's doing, and it doesn't look like he scouted the Nexus, but he'll know for sure soon. Yeah, just getting a little scouting done. Meanwhile, droning up the natural.
Yeah, so he's keeping guys in gas here. I'm not sure if he's got plans for that for later on, or if it's just going to help him get out maybe some early roaches or a earlier lair. We'll have to wait and see.
Now, it doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of proxy cheese play. I mean, we have a defensive mothership core and a defensive stalker at the front of the natural for PawN. 2 gases just now going down. Overlord's going to go ahead and make that 6-minute sacrifice. Boom! 3 more gates coming down while Warp Gate is almost done. It looks like we're going to have either this is a fake out until the Overlord is killed eventually by that stalker because of 2. Oh god. There's a Twilight Counselor. He's going to see it, but if it's mind games and if it's canceled, Jayro might be preparing for something that isn't actually coming, but now seeing that the cancels aren't coming, it looks like it's going to be a blink play, a 2-base blink all in, or at least a blink pressure from PawN.
That blink pressure.
Yeah, I call it blink pressure. Sorry, y'all.
He, yeah. So the thing is, the fact that those Lings caught that probe a couple minutes ago, I think really messed up PawN's timing here because he's moving a probe out now, trying to drop that forward pylon, which in my thinking is that that was supposed to be down already, so this attack could happen. Um,
Absolutely.
Now the Dark Shrine has just started, but Jayro has so many Lings and even quite a few Roaches here at the natural. There's literally a Sentry and a Stalker.
There's not enough sentries either. I mean, like, he can put down one force
Oh,
field, which might be able to defend the ramp, but here come the Lings. What are they going to do? One force field. God, the sentry. No, and the sentry goes down. So does the stalker, and the Lings just roll in, ravaging the natural with nothing but the mothership core and two sentries to defend.
no
One roach
Photon
slips in.
Overcharge.
No photon overcharge either. Now it gets activated. One sentry. It's important to know that force field wasn't perfect and a roach made it in and it was able to snipe one of the
Oh,
sentries. A second sentry going down. Stalker's coming out now. Oh my god, the natural being destroyed. This is a huge timing for Jayro. Gonna go ahead and capitalize on that massive greed style from PawN. Oh, and the Dark Shrine takes forever to complete. I mean, if a few DTs can be warped in, they're going to go ahead and push back this assault from Jayro, but at what cost?
this is so much damage going down now for
Oh,
Jayro. Now,
so much damage. And the Dark Shrine is revealed. I mean, there's no surprises now.
more Lings streaming into. There's only one Dark Templar here. He could kill that shrine.
Oh
Oh,
my
what
god, and
happens
there
when he...
oh no,
Oh,
it's
that's a
not going to be
zealot.
able to get it. Oh, but here comes more Lings.
He's going for it. He's
What is this? No.
there's no more coming from
Oh
behind
my
that.
god.
But he
Look at
is.
that cybernetics core too, dangerously low on health.
Oh yeah, PawN is definitely in a very tough position here.
Oh my god. All of his tech has been scouted. Spines going down for the counterattack. Lair going to lair off of 2 base now. With no third in sight at the moment. Yeah, more gas is being taken. It looks like Jayro just wants to end this. He's gonna gear up for another assault. Meanwhile, I like this forward pylon position. 2 more DTs, but it's expected. There's a spore at the front
Oh
with
yeah.
3 spines. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you? Yeah, no. Absolutely not. Denied. 100% denied. And I think PawN lost his edge as soon as that Dark Shrine was scouted. Had that force field been key at the beginning, he would have had two. He would have lost the natural. PawN would have lost the natural, yes. But he would have had 2 sentries with force fields to at least deny entry into the base until he could have gotten stalkers out. Maybe a DT across the map, maybe. And he might have been able to do a nice little counter push there. But the tech has been scouted, and PawN's edge is all but gone at this point.
Yeah. Now the one thing going PawN's way is, well, I don't know if this is necessarily going PawN's way, but Jayro's got about 1,600 minerals banked up that he could have spent, which would have made this even worse for him.
Yeah.
Now he is going to start. Now that he's got Lair finished, I'd like to see him go for Roach Speed. I'm not sure if he's going to or not.
I was gonna say I don't actually like this mineral bank at all because he doesn't have the. It's not like he was saving both minerals and gas.
Mhm.
He doesn't even have a macro hatch. I really don't like this. I mean that's 15. That's so much money just being saved with no gas to back it up at all. I mean that's lings and drones and overlords and queens at best, but with no supply. I mean yeah he does have a lead in supply and army supply and
And he
just
is going to win the
overall
game.
economy. I mean, like, yeah, if he pushes now, there's nothing. I mean, there is an Archon, yeah, but what is that going to do? Like, not a whole lot of anything.
It'll hurt some of the Lings here, especially if the Lings go in without Roach support, which looks like it might be happening here.
Yeah, but they
Photon
they
overcharges-
just want to bypass right into the
Oh
main.
yeah, he's going to take
And
out that.
he's gonna go for the
Shrine.
Dark Train, and the late roaches show up.
Yeah, and actually that kind of creates a nice little multitasking challenge for PawN here, even if it wasn't intended by Jayro. He's
Yeah.
got to focus on 2 armies now. Now he's cleaning this up. He lost the Dark Shrine. Those roaches are a little indecisive here. It looks like they're going to try to get as many probes as they can before they eventually get killed off, which is going to be a fair amount here.
I like how he saved the Archon. He did sort of this like dance with the Archon it was able to sort of bait those roaches around, taking unnecessary shots from the photon overcharge. I think Jayro could have backed out with those roaches and hit like a more solid timing, but he did get some probe kills, furthering his lead. But I mean, I would rather see Jayro extend his lead than try to further suppress the disadvantage of the Protoss player, because I mean, look at that bank, 2,500 minerals at this point. I would like to have seen him make that push, absolutely forget about that push, and then drop 2 more bases.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
what is that going to do? I mean, you're going to kill some probes, cool. You're going to do some damage to the army, sure. You're going to freak out the Protoss at best. At absolute best, the Protoss holds it off, and you're still in the exact same position that you were with 2 extra bases.
Yeah, exactly. That's generally what you want to do when you move out with a big attack like that. You got to be ready. Like, I think Jayro was planning on killing PawN right there, and
Yeah.
he's a little bit surprised that he wasn't able to kill him. And now there's quite a few Blink Stalkers that are in Jayro's face here. He's got a lot of roaches and some Hydras as well.
Yeah, but Hydras are just going to trash the shields, and
Oh,
I mean, we
yeah.
got a DT. I like this DT because there are no overseers anywhere close, so this DT is going to go over. It's going to go uncontested here.
Oh, see, this is the benefit of having that reinforcing pylon here. Because we got
Yeah.
Zealots coming in from behind, and that DT is still going
Uh,
ham.
I think this
18
was.
kills on that DT.
Yeah, and at this point, there's not enough. I mean, the larva count is so low from not being able to maximize that with a 3 base economy, or even a 3 base economy with a macro hatch. Just now, a macro hatch being built in the main. I feel like this is just a minute too late, and he's going to pay the price by losing that 3rd.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna end up sacrificing that 3rd base. He does have the overseers now, and he's getting +1 attack. Not gonna be that helpful because +2 attack for the Protoss is already going. And
And
PawN
look
is
at this.
doing his he's
I was
doing a
gonna say-
good job dragging himself back into this game.
Well, look at that. Look-
position. Oh, Jayro looking like
this
more like
is-
J Pro there.
Yeah, he's gonna, and PawN's gonna get cleaned up now. But look at the worker count. Worker count is slowly climbing back up to even, and that's not where you want to be as a Zerg player. You want to always have the upper hand in drones, which he does by 5, but he doesn't have a 3rd. It's 2 base Protoss versus 2 base Zerg, with a huge army from Jayro marching over. Holy God, 76 army supply to 22. But I mean, you guys should know the power of DTs with sentries and photon overcharge, but it doesn't look like.
There's no mothership.
Oh, the mothership is core, but it doesn't have enough energy for the photon overcharge.
No,
It was
and that's
killed
the
in that
thing.
assault by the Hydras,
Yep,
and now they're
so-
going to go walk in uncontested.
Yeah, Jayro needs to, like, he's most likely going to. He needs to get a lot of damage done here to make this worth it.
Oh
Because,
my
like you
God.
said, the worker count was catching up.
And
But-
look at back home at the bases of J-Pro. We got
There we go.
a macro hatch with 2 additional bases coming down while this assault is happening.
and that's
I think-
what we wanted to see the first time.
I was going to say, I think J-Ro just got a reprieve here. Yeah, there's a couple Blink Stalkers doing some micro, but power in numbers does not lie. And I think anytime now, PawN's going to have to be forced to GG out of this game. There it goes. GG is called. And we're going to take another game to all inspiration. J-Ro takes the victory there against PawN.
Yeah, and that was a really well played game by Jayro. Remember, like, okay, so I guess I missed that he had queued up for Zerg there. I do know though that generally Jayro is a random player, and I know
He's a random.
yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure. So he doesn't necessarily get to choose what he wants to practice. So it was very well played, and he did after that second attack drop into bases behind the attack. That's exactly how you want to do it. So even if he did get cleaned up there, he would have been so far ahead anyway. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that's true. And I really do like the way that PawN clawed his way back into that base, sort of taking advantage of the mistake that J-Ro made by not making that additional production, because as Zerg, your production structures are your resource collection structures, and if you don't have that production, it doesn't matter how far ahead you are in economy, you can't build anything. So you need to be able to match, or at least you need to be able to at least match the bases of your opponent. If your opponent is ahead of base or even, you're not sitting quite as well as you want to, unless you're doing a big, even base timing, which kind of lingers around the 2 base, which is kind of what we saw. But I like how I think PawN capitalized on that mistake and went ahead and sniped that 3rd. Great decision making in that point as well, because that was honestly what he needed to do that. But in the end, Again, StarCraft math does not lie, and congratulations